Welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. My name is Brian Dixon, and today we're going to talk about having a writing coach and why a coach can really make all the difference. It's such a privilege to be with you today. The thing is you could be a whole bunch of different places, but you decided to show up to a live call to talk about your writing. And so I want you to type something in the chat with me. We're going to do this a couple times throughout this training. And I think there's something so powerful about writing it down or typing it out. So in the chat, I want you to type "my writing matters." Type "my writing matters" in the chat. My writing matters. My writing matters. Yeah, just go ahead and find that chat. There we go. I'm just gonna, hey everybody, good to see you. My writing matters. I want you to know that your words matter. And today we're going to talk about like how to actually take your writing seriously. How to take your writing seriously. The thing is, writing has often felt like a hobby. In fact, if you go to the bookstore and you ask them, where are your books about writing? You know where they're going to send you? They're going to send you to the hobby section. They're going to send you to the hobby section. And for those of you here with me right now, maybe you've been treating your you've been treating your writing like a hobby. And if you treat it like a hobby, like a nice to have, not a need to have, like something for fun instead of the true work, the calling that it is, you're going to get the same kind of results that you would with any hobby. Okay. So just to prove my point, I want you to type in the chat a hobby that you have done in the past. Okay, a hobby, something just for fun, just kind of on the side. Let me know in the chat. Just give me any kind of hobby that that you've been involved in the past. Okay, this is going to be really fun. Yeah, like making shirts or photography. I love it. Scrapbooking. Yeah, a lot of scrapbookers. My mom did the creative memories thing. I don't know if y'all remember that scrapbooking phase, but that was a hobby, right? Knitting, pulling weeds, furniture, do it yourself, collecting bookmarks, bike riding. Oh, I'm going to pick on you, okay, Cynthia, in a fun way. Okay, bike riding. Now, bike riding is fun. Now, you might say, hey, if I have a little extra money saved up, I'll invest in some bike riding, right? If I'll ask for Christmas, or I'll do it when I have time. These are phrases that we say when we have a hobby mindset. When we have a hobby mindset, right? Oh, photography. You know, it'd be really cool. A couple years, maybe for Christmas, somebody will buy me a new camera, right? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna sign up for a class. Oh, well, how much is the class? It's $400. Oh, no, no, it's just a hobby. If it's $20, I'll say yes, but at $400, it's just a hobby. Type that phrase in the chat. Just a hobby. Just a hobby. Just a hobby. Yeah. Just a hobby. It's just a hobby, right? It's just a hobby. Oh, well, are you're really into bike riding? Oh yeah, it's just a hobby. Do you get it? You see where I'm going with this? Okay. Just a hobby. For many of you, you're approaching your writing with the just a hobby, the JAH, the just a hobby mindset. And guess what? If you approach it as just a hobby, you get just a hobby results. Did you need to hear that? Type me if you needed to hear that in the chat. If I approach writing as just a hobby, I'm going to get just a hobby results, just like bike riding or scrapbooking or photography, right? That's it. And so if you're going, oh, Brian, I have a dream. I have a dream of writing. I have a dream of publishing a book. I have a dream of being an author, like a legitimate author, maybe even as a career. But friend, if you're treating it as just a hobby, it will never be. It will never be. Why would I say never? That sounds so defeatist, Brian. That sounds so pessimistic. No, friend, that is the way it works. That's the way God set it up, right? When you invest in something, it grows. When you plant seeds and care for them, they grow. But when you just randomly, just every once in a while, nothing grows. Nothing grows. And if you look at your writing and you say, nothing's growing. My response to you would be like, how are you caring for your garden? How are you stewarding your time, your talent, and your treasure? Type those 3 words in the chat. Time, talent, and treasure. How are you stewarding your time? Come on, type it with me. Your time, your talent, and your treasure. Your time, your talent, and your treasure. How are you stewarding them well? Here's the thing. Your Heavenly Father gives you these things. He gives you these things, but you get to decide how you use the things he's given you. You with me? He's given you these things. He's given you time. You have 168 hours in a week. That's a lot of time. If you cut that in half, 30 minutes, that's like over 350. So every week you have about 350 30-minute windows. That's a lot of windows. 350. Well, if you only put 1 of those into writing, it's a hobby. What if you put 10 of those or 50 of those or 30 of those? 350 is a lot. Time, talent, investing in getting better. Like if you're really serious about photography, right? Like I have friends that are like real photographers, like they actually have a photography business. It's totally reasonable that they pay $1,000 to take a photography course because it's their business. But if it's their hobby, their husband would say, honey, I love you, but why are you paying $1,000 for your hobby, right? You see where I'm going? So time, talent, you got to invest in your talent because you get skilled as you go, as you grow, you get skilled. And then treasure, time, talent, and treasure. Treasure, it's money. And so you using money. Oh, what did Jesus say? Oh, this is good. You ready? You ready? Type ready if you're ready. Where your treasure is. Finish it for me. Where your treasure is, there your, come on, y'all know it. I got some Bible people here. There your heart is. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also, is the version I grew up listening to, right? Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And so if you say, but Brian, it's my heart to be a writer, where's your treasure? Oh, did you need to hear that? If you need to hear that, type me in the chat. My heart, Brian, it's my heart to write my story, to change other women's lives. Brian, you don't know what I've been through. I don't want to go through that again, but if I wrote my story, I could help set other women free. If I shared my abortion story, my affair story, my rejection story, my eating disorder story, if I share my faith struggle story, if I share my story about abuse or neglect or depression, anxiety, bipolar, Brian, I'm shaking right now. I hope this is connecting with you. Brian, if I share my hard story, I really believe I could help somebody. That's my heart. And I say, sister, I'm with you. That's your heart. I love that. Where your heart is, where's your treasure? Your treasure. You have to invest and then expect. If you're expecting without investing, you're a fool, right? It's like hoping that your garden will grow without planting. You with me? Say with you if you're with me. I know I'm coming in pretty hot, but I like really want to get to the meat with you, right? If I'm expecting without investing, it's like trying to win the lottery instead of building a career. That's good. If I'm expecting, if a book is meant to be, God's going to do it for me. That's expecting. And he says, where your heart is, there your treasure will be. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be. Well, where's your treasure? That's it right there. Time, talent, and treasure. So today we're going to talk about something called coaching. Type coaching in the chat if you're with me. We're going to talk about coaching. And this is not for you if writing is a hobby. It's just not for you if writing is a hobby. Because if writing is a hobby, then everything else will come first. Everything else will come first. If you're treating your writing like creative memories or scrapbooking or riding a bike or cooking, it's going to be a nice to have, not a need to have. I only want to talk to people who know it's a need to have. that your words are coming from your calling, that there's life and death in the power of the tongue, that you know that quieting your voice, muting your voice, never sharing your story would feel like death because it's not living out your calling. When you go into a bookstore, you see all these books and you have this feeling of, wouldn't it be so amazing if one day my book is in there? When you go on Amazon, you go, oh, wow, she came out with a book. I would love that too. When you hear about somebody sharing their story, you go, oh, if she read my story, it would help her with her story. If that's you and you believe that your writing is a calling, that your writing is a worthwhile investment, that your writing is something that you're ready to take seriously, I want you to type in calling in the chat. Calling. Calling. My writing is a calling. Here's what I've discovered, friends. I can't convince you to take your writing seriously. I can't. I can only equip you after you've made the decision to take your writing seriously. Do you get it? I can't convince you, but I can equip you. Pat, I love it. It's an annoying calling. Yeah. I can't convince you, but I can equip you. If you're not convinced that your writing matters, if you're not convinced that it's worth it to invest your time, talent, and treasure in writing, I can't convince you. If you're treating it like a hobby, a nice to have, not a need to have, I'm not for you. I'm not for you. But, and so, have a great day. Unsubscribe. Like I'm not a fit for you. I'm just going to be honest. I'm always honest. I'm just going to be very direct though. Okay. If you're treating it like a hobby, a nice to have, not a need to have, you're not going to do the hard things. And writing is hard. I see y'all, this is all before I even start my slides. I hope this has been helpful. Helpful so far? Type helpful in the chat. So much of our life is about mindset. It's about the way we think, not the work that we do. So I always love to start with the mindset. If you're looking at your writing as a nice to have, not a need to have, then when it gets hard, you'll quit right away. You'll quit right away. Kind of like when you get a new camera and you take a couple of pictures, but they don't quite look the way they want. You're like, oh, well, and then you put it in a drawer and then a year goes by. Versus I have a photography business and I took some photos at a wedding and they weren't as great as I wanted. And I'm a little embarrassed and I feel bad about charging the client. And so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to watch all the tutorial videos on that camera and I'm going to get better because a wedding is coming up and I'm the photographer. I need to have great photos because it's a job. Type job in the chat. It's a job. It's a job. I have to be good at my job because of the stakes, because of the people. I mean, can you imagine? Julie and I, my wife and I have been married for 23 years. 23 years. The photos that we got taken at our wedding, we were so broke. We were just broke as a joke. We were Bible college kids. Okay. I think we paid like $100 for the photographer. But I've looked at those photos like every day of my life for 23 years. Do you see it? That photographer, because we have one of them in our room, in our bedroom. I see it every single day, probably 4 times a day. That photographer had to be excellent at her craft. Because if she wasn't, then the photo that I'd be looking at every single day for the rest of my life likely wouldn't have met the standard. Do you see it? So that photographer has to treat it like a job because it's valuable. It's valuable because it matters. And friend, your writing matters. Your writing matters. You know who it matters to the most? Type in the chat if you think you know. Some of you have been around my world. Some of you just finished the Writing Habit Challenge. Today's our last day. There's only one person really. I mean, yes, the Lord. We can always say God, right? But there's one person that I always think about when I talk to you about your writing. There's one person. Who's that person? Who's the person that your writing matters to the most? Type it in the chat. Yeah. The hobby mindset says me. The hobby mindset says me. My writing matters most to me. Well, that's a hobby. The professional mindset, the career mindset, the work mindset, the job mindset, it's for one person. My reader. Type my reader in the chat. My reader. Type my reader in the chat. No, you're good. I'm not judging. But as a coach, I lean in and I want to encourage you. Yeah, it's for my reader. It's not for my kids. I love my kids. My kids don't read my work. Maybe they will one day. But my kids are not 50-year-old Christian women. I love working with 50-year-old Christian first-time authors. Those are my people. So when I write on Facebook, I'm really not thinking, what will my father-in-law think about this? Or what will my child think about this? What will my, peers, my friends think about this? That's not who I'm writing to. It doesn't matter. I'm not even thinking, what do I think about this? I'm thinking, does this help my reader? Does this help my reader? You have to put it through that framework. And so if you want to help your reader, you need to apply time, talent, and treasure to get better for your reader. For your reader. Okay, y'all are with me. Yeah, I love it. Linda says, the person I need to share my story with. Yeah. Yeah, hoping. But I would replace hoping with working. I love it, Kathleen. Kathleen says, I'm hoping it will help others. I'd say I'm working to make sure it helps others, right? Yeah, will it help therapy-wise to heal? Yeah. Yeah, writing is definitely therapy, for sure. I've experienced a lot of healing through my writing, but ultimately it's really for my reader. Amazing. I love the chat. Yeah, I keep it going in the chat. Listen, I am recording. And we have an hour together. We have 40 more minutes together. I got a lot of slides to go through. So if you want the recording of this to be able to go back and watch it, just type your email in the chat. Just type your email address real quick, and I'll take all those emails and I'll send you the link to this recording later. Yeah, just type your email real quick so I can make sure I get this to you. Awesome. I only like to send it to people that actually show up, because there's such a difference between signing up and showing up, and the fact that you showed up matters a lot. We've got several of our Hope Books authors here. I recognize a lot of names. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. There's some Hope writers here as well. Amazing. We got some conference attendees here too, which is so fun. And some of you, this is the first time you've ever met me before, which is really exciting. So if this is your first time you've ever been on a call with me, just type first in the chat. It's your first time. I love it. Yeah, I'm really excited that you're here. It's my life mission to help you live out your mission. And I believe that your mission is to change the world by sharing your words, that you have a story to share. You have a message of hope to share. And I believe that the best way to share your message of hope is by writing it down. When you write it down and you share it out, other people can read it. That your book becomes, oh, you just got one of these. Okay. This is Sarah Brown. She published with our company. Our company is called Hope Books. Right there, Sarah Brown. And Even the Ashes Bloom, Finding Beauty When You Feel Broken. I'm so proud of Sarah. Sarah's one of hundreds of authors that we're working with. And this book is going to live on beyond Sarah. I mean, isn't that amazing? This book will find its way into the hands of so many people. So many people. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you get this out of your head and out of your heart and onto the page so you can share your work of art with the world. That's why I'm here. If that's what you need, just type, I need that in the chat. I need that. Yeah, I need that. I need that. I need somebody to encourage me and coach me and help me get my words out of my head, out of my heart, out into the world. Into the world. I need that. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm here for. Everybody else, you can listen along. We're gonna take this seriously. So we're gonna keep our time commitments. It's a full hour. So we're gonna go till noon Eastern, which is 38 minutes from now. Yeah. That's right. Okay, awesome. So I got some brand new training I put together for you. Awesome. Oh, this is so fun. This is so fun. 48 people with me right now. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you're here. Why every writer needs a coach. If you already know you need a coach, say, I need a coach in the chat. I need a coach. I need a coach. Here's the thing. If it's a hobby, you don't need a coach because it's just a hobby, right? Like my 10-year-old and I, Hudson and I play ping pong together. We play ping pong together most nights. I mean, this weekend we were kind of snowed in a little bit. By the way, if you're coming to Charlotte, the weather is totally clearing up. I'm in the office. Like I drove on the roads. It's fine. So if you're coming to the Hope Story Conference, I'll type the link in the chat. Here we go. Hope Story Conference. Yeah, it's beautiful. HopeStoryConference.com is our annual conference. HopeStoryConference.com. We're also going to announce next year's dates at the conference, which is great. So it's not too early to get your tickets. You just have to wait till we announce it on Saturday. HopeStoryConference.com is our conference. And as I was, getting ready for the conference, I really thought, like, what's the best thing I can do today, just a few days before the conference, to encourage you? So if you're coming to the conference, type "I'm coming" in the chat. I'm coming, because I know some of you are here that are actually going to see me in person, which is really, really fun. Yeah, I love it. Type "I'm coming." I'm coming. That's awesome. Okay. So as I was thinking about, like, what can I do to really serve you this week and do a live training, I looked back on what's made an impact in my life. And the thing that's made a big impact in my life is having a coach. And so if you have a hobby mindset, like I do, I have a hobby mindset about ping pong. My son, Hudson, and I played ping pong all weekend because we were kind of snowed in. And I don't have a ping pong coach because ping pong is a hobby for me. I don't have a coach with ping pong because even the words ping pong sounds like a hobby, right? But of course I have a writing coach. Of course I do, because it's my career. It's my calling. It's my job. It's my mission. I truly believe that the reason I'm here on earth is to share my words of hope to help other people. Ultimately, to help keep them out of hell, right? To tell them about the reason that I hope, the reason for the hope that I have, is tell them about Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Like, ultimately, that's why I'm here. And as I do my good work, people trust me and they say, I believe you. And while I do that, I want to get good. I'm going to get good at sharing my words, right? We develop in our career. But our hobbies can kind of stay at the same level. Okay. Do you now understand the difference between a hobby and a career? Type "I get it" in the chat. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, type "I get it" if you got it. I get it. Okay. 50 of you with me. Amazing. I get it. Okay. Yeah. Good. Here's the thing. Your spouse probably thinks that it's a hobby. Did that hurt? I feel like that hurt. I just felt like, oh, why does he think that? He thinks that because you've been treating it like a hobby. Because you've been talking about maybe one day, maybe someday, maybe. You've been using the word maybe. Type "maybe" in the chat. You've been saying maybe. Maybe if God works everything out, then I'll be a writer. Maybe I'll come to the conference next year. Maybe I'll hire a coach. Maybe, right? Maybe equals hobby. Maybe equals hobby. Yes equals calling. Yes equals calling. Y'all, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's right. Type that in the chat. That's good. I got to write that down. Maybe equals hobby. Yes equals career. Yeah, I see "maybe tomorrow" a lot too. Maybe tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Don't worry about tomorrow. Every day has enough troubles of its own. Yeah. I coach all sorts of people. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, great. So if you've decided that it is a career, first of all, I want you to know it is absolutely possible for it to be your career. Actually, you know what? It's the most secure career you can possibly have. I've had several friends now that have gotten laid off or are downsizing, both on both sides. They're either laying people off because they're at that level in their company, or they're getting laid off because the economy changes all the time and you're depending on one boss. And then if something happens and they have to downsize, then your job is over. That's not true as a writer. Your job's never over as a writer. It's the most secure career possible because you have thousands of readers, which is amazing. There's no way that you would lose your income because you have so many people that you're serving, right? It's absolutely incredible. I think it's the world's best job to be a writer. It's absolutely amazing. But the way that you've learned to be a writer has been hobby, and not career. Like there's no class on how to be a full-time writer. Okay. Even if you went to like creative writing school or have a bachelor's in fine arts or something like that, they don't actually show you how to make money. They don't actually show you how to do it as a career. It's kind of a little bit more like a hobby, hoping lottery, hoping somebody picks me. Maybe a publisher will pick me one day. But that's not really how it works. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Debbie says, my boss treats it as a hobby. Well, why would you think your boss would think it as your career? Because you're working for your boss. So, yeah. And says, I should not retire to focus on my writing, but it's because he wants to benefit from my writing. Okay. Yeah. I'm so glad y'all are here. The link is not working, the email? Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I put it in the calendar too. So that's hopefully we have people that are able to attend. Okay. Looks like I'm good. Okay, great. So with all that being said, I'm so glad you're here. Why do you need a coach? You need a coach because it's your career. We all need a coach. We have coaches in life, right? In sports and business and health and faith and marriage. A coach helps us get better at the things that we don't even know that we're doing wrong. They see patterns and they see potential in us. And writing is no different. Yeah. For those of you that had trouble getting on the call, you're here. So you persisted. If it was a hobby, you would have quit, but you persisted. Yeah, you persisted. I'm so glad you're here. I'm just making sure that everybody had a chance to get on. Okay, there we go. I just got to send that one more thing. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, great. So we all need a coach because coaches help us see what we can't see, right? Help us see what we can't see. Here's what a coach really does. A coach helps us see what we can't see. A coach helps us fix mistakes faster. A coach helps you run a better play. Like, don't do it the dumb way, do it the smart way. Why? Because a coach has like done it so many times before that they're like, we've tried that and that doesn't work, but try this instead. So a coach can help you make the most of the time that you have. And finally, a good coach pulls out of you what's already inside of you. And I want to park on this for a second. Okay. I really believe that it's hard for you to see your value of your story because it's already your story. We discount our experience. We don't see why it's special because it's our lived experience. I believe that we need somebody else that can see us and say, Yvonne, like your story is so valuable. What you've learned as a mom, now that the kids are getting older, as you look back on the things you did great, but also the things where you messed up, that's so valuable for a mom that's in the trenches right now. And you might not be able to see it, but guess who sees it? Your coach. Your coach can see it. Type, my coach sees it. Everybody, my coach sees it. My coach sees it because your coach is on the sidelines. Type, my coach sees it. Your coach is on the sidelines. Your coach is watching you play the game. I'm using an analogy here, obviously, right? You're on the field or you're on the court and you're playing, and your coach is not playing. Your coach is watching you play and saying, look at what you're doing. See how you shoot the basketball? Just try moving your hand a little bit. Your coach sees your Instagram, like a writing coach. Well, go look at your Instagram and say, I'm for you. And because I'm for you, can I give you some advice? Can I give you some advice? When I go on your Instagram, this is what I see. I see these really good things, but also I see a couple adjustments that you could make. From my experience, I have some feedback for you. Is that okay? Type okay in the chat. Is that okay? Is it okay if I share some feedback? Now, if you're coachable, there's only one answer. The answer is yes. Yes, of course. Show me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I'm doing right. Show me what I'm doing wrong, right? Tell me what I'm doing right. Here's what you're doing right. What you're doing right is when you write on Instagram, it's not about you. You're thinking about your reader, which is awesome. Way to go. Because that's going to help your reader really feel seen and really like connect with you. But here's one thing I noticed that I would recommend. And then that coach is kind and helpful, but specific. Okay, here's what I call it in my coaching. I call it this. I call it KISH. KISH. Kind, specific, and helpful. KISH. Kind, specific, and helpful. You want a coach that will give you a KISH. Come on, that's pretty funny, right? Kind, specific, and helpful. You want a coach that will meet you and say, hey, here's what you're doing well. That's kind. Here's one thing I might make an adjustment, and be very specific about it. Very helpful, very specific. That's what a coach can help you do. Now, writing is not a linear path. Nobody says, congratulations, you're a writer. And that's what's different about it as a career. It's kind of like, being an attorney or being a doctor or being a teacher. I'm going to use teacher because I was a teacher. Any other teachers? If you were a teacher or are a teacher type teacher in the chat, I was a classroom teacher for 14 years. And a school administrator, but I was in K-12 education for 14 years. And there was a linear path. Like literally I went to teacher classes and then I got a teacher certificate. And then I went and got a teaching job, and I had to follow the process. There's a step-by-step process, right? To become a teacher. There's a process. There really isn't a step-by-step path to becoming a writer. There's all sorts of ways to become a writer. Which is really why you need a coach. That's a coach can help you see and navigate the different turns, like the picture on the screen here, the different turns that you'll face as a writer. There's really interesting opportunities as a writer that you need somebody who can say, hey, this would go here, this would go here. Let me help you make that decision. Let me help you figure out what makes sense. See, if you go on your own, there's unclear direction. There's projects left unfinished. You feel like you're starting over and over again, and you second guess every decision. If you feel like I don't really have a clear direction, type unclear in the chat. I don't really have a direction, Brian. I don't really have a direction for my writing. Like, I don't really know where it's leading. I don't even know what's really possible. Type unclear. Okay, what about you? What about projects left unfinished? Type unfinished in the chat. I've got a book I started a couple of years ago, but then I stopped that one, and I've got this other idea that I started, and somebody told me about Substack, so I kind of started that, but I haven't touched that for a while. And like I did Facebook for a little while, but I'm not doing it anymore. And I used to have a blog. Type unfinished if that's you. You've got a lot of these unfinished little writing projects, little writing ideas. A lot of you are saying unfinished. Susan and Ramala and who else? Devi and Kemi, Yvonne, Linda. Yeah, unfinished. Lots of unfinished. Karen. Hey, Karen. Lots of unfinished. What about starting over and over again? Type restart if that's you. Restart over and over again. I'm turning 50, Brian. I'm going to restart this year. I'm going to restart. The kids are out of the house now. I'm going to restart. My daughter finally got married. Now I'm going to restart. Type restart. I got to restart again and again. Restart. Or maybe for you, it's second guessing. Type guessing in the chat. It's second guessing. Guessing. It's like, is that really my message? Like, is that really my calling? Do I really want to write about anxiety? Like, do I really want to write about being a mom? Come on. And then you guess at something else. And then you guess at something else. And then you guess at something else. Guessing. Who's that? Oh, a lot of guessing. Type guessing if that's you. I'm going to try this, and then I'm going to try that, and then I'm going to try this. And you feel like you're just guessing. And it's like a guess, and then it doesn't really go the way it goes. So another guess over here. Okay. If you relate to anything on this screen, type in, I need a coach. I need a coach. I need a coach. A coach can help you get clarity about your direction. A coach can help you figure out what project to finish and hold you accountable to that project. A coach can help you not keep starting over and over again, but actually stick with it. And a coach can help you with the indecision and the second guessing. Yeah. I need a coach. Okay. Yeah, me too, right? I have a coach. It's so powerful to have a coach. We write because we want to make a difference. We write because we want to make an impact. We write because we want to make an income. There's no shame in wanting to earn money from your calling. Jesus said, a worker is due his wages. Okay, I'm gonna lean in a little bit. I am due my wages. Type it in the chat. I am due my wages. I am due my wages. I mean, Jesus said it. A worker is due his wages. I am due my wages. We don't really talk that way, do we? I am due my wages. Well, who is due her wages? Jesus just said, right? Who is due her wages? Who is it? Type it in the chat. Who? A worker. A worker. Yes, Margaret, a worker. Not a hobbyist, a worker. If you do the work and don't get paid, that's like illegal, right? If you go to work at a company or you get a job and you work and they don't pay you, I mean, unless maybe you're on commission or something, but like if you do the work, you should get paid for the work, right? Because a worker is due his wages. It's actually unjust and cruel and usually illegal if you do work for somebody and they don't pay you, right? And so I really believe you can make an income from your writing, but what do you need to do? Do the work. Do the work. Do you see where I'm going? So how do you know what work to do? How do you know what work will pay and what work won't pay? How do you know? You need a coach to show you. You need a coach to show you. So if this is something that you would like to, need to, want to, have to become a career, the fastest way, the easiest way is to get a coach. Get a coach instead of just Googling and trying to figure it out on your own. Now, what do you look for? This is what I said I would teach. So here we are. What do you look for in a coach? What makes a good coach? I look for experience. Type experience if you're with me. I look for an experience. I look for a coach who's done this before, not somebody who just, went to a weekend seminar and got certified and now they're a coach. There's a lot of that in our industry. There's a lot of that. I want somebody who's done it for a while, who's seasoned, not salty, who's been around and can help me avoid big mistakes. Yeah. I want somebody with experience. I don't want this to be the first experience. I don't want somebody to be experimenting. I want experience. That's good, right? I don't want an experiment. I want experience. Okay. Number 2, I want values. Type values in the chat. I want to know that they have similar values that I have. Yeah. I've worked with coaches that, that believe that there's nothing after we die. And I found that's not a good fit for me because I'm driven by eternity. I believe that God has placed eternity in our hearts and that I'm here on a mission. And when I work with a coach who doesn't believe that anything happens after we die, it's just nihilistic, it all just goes away, you're not thinking long term. We don't share the same values. I'm looking for a coach who, I'll just be real candid. Type candid if I can be candid. I'm going to tell you what I look for in a coach. Okay. Is it okay if I'm just really candid with you? Yeah. I look for somebody who has a successful personal life. I do. Now you might think that's pretty judgy, but guess what? We're allowed to judge. Just do it with the equal measure. Do the same way you judge other people, judge yourself, right? But of course we judge. When I look at a menu, I judge what I'm going to eat. When I look at a road sign, I judge if I'm going to go down that road, right? When I look at prices, I judge which one I'm going to pick. So of course we judge. I do judge. I judge my coaches. And I look at the coach and I say, do they have the kind of life that I want? Do they have a marriage and a parenting that I want? And if they don't, if their life is a disaster, I don't think our values align. Was that too hard? That was pretty hard, right? If you agree, type agree in the chat. When I learn from somebody, I want to know that where they're leading me is a place that they've already been, that they've landed where they're leading, right? And so like I look to somebody who's a little older than me, or maybe younger than me, but more experienced than me. I look for somebody who is more successful than me. I look for somebody who has values that are aligned with me. Yeah, good. So if their marriage is in shambles, if their parenting is horrible, if they're always yelling at their people, and then I hire them to be my coach, this is not gonna be a good fit for me. Okay, maybe for you, but for me, I don't want somebody whose life is a disaster. I want somebody who is taking their coaching seriously. And so, I mean, you know, I, I'm a one woman guy, right? My wife and I have been married for 23 years. We dated for about two years, and so I've been married, married or in relationship with Julie for 25 years. Like, there's something about longevity that I think my people care about. Also, as a dad, like I'm a dad of 3 kids, and I got a really good relationship with my kids. Church is a value to me. The Bible, I'm a Bible guy. Type Bible if you're a Bible person. I'm a Bible person. I want to work with a coach who actually believes in the Bible and doesn't argue with it. Because if they do, then they're going to continually lead me in a different direction. Yeah, I used to believe that as a Christian, I can hire a non-Christian coaches, and I've done it so many times that it just bites me every time. That if our values are not aligned, then where they're leading me is a different place than where I feel called to go. I know that felt pretty harsh. I totally get it. I totally get it if that felt harsh, but I'm just sharing what I look for. Okay, and finally, number 3, I look for mission alignment. I look for mission alignment. Yeah. I look for someone who believes in the vision, believes in the mission match. I like that. I look for somebody who's a mission match. So when I hire a coach and I say, this is my vision, like I want to write a book and it does this, and I'm talking to a coach about it, I want that coach to go, that would be amazing. I want that to happen. Like Jesus prayed in the Lord's Prayer, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What's the will to be done on earth? What's the mission? So for example, for me as a coach, let me just go walk through these real quick, okay? So as a coach, I've been doing this for 11 years. Type 11 in the chat. I've helped first-time writers, 11. I've helped first-time writers for 11 years. I didn't, go to a weekend boot camp last week and now I'm a coach. Like for 11 years, I've helped writers. I've helped writers that have never written a word, but they felt a call. And I've helped New York Times bestselling authors and all in between. I can name clients that you go like, I love her. I know her well. And then people that you've never heard of. But I've worked with thousands of writers through 11 years. Okay. That's my experience. Number 2 is my values. I've already told you, like, I really believe in marriage. I believe in parenting. I believe in the Bible. I'm a Jesus follower. I believe in being full of integrity. No shortcuts. No shortcuts. We don't chase the algorithm. We don't chase fame. Instead, we focus on faithful. Faithful over famous. It's a value of mine. I really believe that if your words impact one person, it's worth it. If you agree, type worth it in the chat. I believe if your words impact one person, it's worth it. Worth it. So I would never coach you to try to be famous. What I would coach you on is being faithful with the stewardship of your message. Those are my values. Now, if you're like, but Brian, I really want to be Instagram famous and have 1 million followers, I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy. But if you feel like the Lord has led you somewhere and has given you a story to steward, then I'm your guy. Do you get it? So you have to know the coach's values. And then finally, number 3, the mission. The mission. I believe in the power of a book. Type a book in the chat, a book. I believe that a book is the best thing that you can do to accomplish your mission of making an impact. I absolutely 100% believe in a book, a physical, printed, professional book, not a photocopy, self-published book, not a book that waters down your message, but a book that is authentically you sharing your mission and your vision, connecting with one reader. That's the mission. And if that's not your mission, then I'm not your coach, right? But that's the mission. I believe that you, just like I showed you Sarah's book is her story meant for her reader. And if we're aligned on these 3, if we're aligned on experience, values, and mission, then I'd be a good fit for you. Okay, just type in the chat. If you think Brian would be a good fit for you, if I would be a good fit, just type good fit in the chat, just based on what I said, right? That's who I am. I've been very, very clear. If I'd be a good fit. Some of you, I won't. I'm not a good fit for you, right? But that's okay. That's okay. Here's the thing. Not every coach is meant to be your coach, right? Not every coach is meant to be your coach, but some people are. Yeah, there you go. I love it. Thank y'all. I'm so excited. If I'm not a good fit, that's fine. There are great coaches out there. There are. You've got to find somebody who aligns to your mission and to your vision, and find somebody with that experience. So I talked a little bit about what I believe. I'll skip that. I talked about 11 years coaching writers. Collectively, the books that I've impacted have sold over 1 million copies total. I've helped hundreds of writers, more than 100 writers. I talked about my values. I'm going to kind of skip over this a little bit. And I really believe that your story matters, that you have a testimony, that you have a hard story that can become somebody else's hope story. And that when you get clarity on your message, when you get clarity on your message, it changes everything. Clarity is kindness. Type clarity is kindness in the chat. Clarity is kindness. The kindest thing you can do for your reader is to be really clear, to be really clear. For example, there's a lot of news recently. I don't know if you've noticed. There's a lot of news recently. And when you go on Facebook and you see people that you know for one message, and then they're on Facebook and they're talking about something different, that's unclear. Do you get it? And I see this happen. And what I would recommend is they need a better coach, because I won't let you do that. I'd say, hey, hang on, sister, hang on. You say you want to encourage moms to start homeschooling, but you're yelling about the president, right? Or you say that you want to help people eat organic, but you're talking about a different country. Like, focus on the mission. Type focus in the chat. Focus. Follow one course until success. Focus. Focus on the mission. See, that's what I believe in clarity. As a coach, I believe that clarity is kindness. Clarity is kindness. So you're not going to see me talk politics on the internet. Why? Because I'm focused on my mission. My mission is to help writers. My mission is to help you. And so I really love that you don't necessarily know what my politics are, because it's about the mission. The mission is helping you write your book. Do you get it? And that's why we need a coach. We need a coach to help us get clear. That's my mission. So I've got something really cool to share with you. I think I've got a slide for it. Let me actually, I'm gonna kind of change my direction a little bit. Okay, I want to tell you about something called, where is it? Okay, the Hope Inner Circle. Hope, what is it called? HopeInnerCircle.com. HopeInnerCircle.com. It's a result of over 10 years of dreaming. It's a private coaching experience. We have a group of people, group of writers that are part of the inner circle. It's our relationship. We spend a year together, and I would be your coach. After publishing more than 100 books, I can help you get clarity. This is all the information about the inner circle. There's monthly small group accountability. You get 6 one-on-one calls with me. We gather together at our publishing headquarters twice a year. We even record your story. I help with video and podcast, things like that. You come to our headquarters. Like, this is literally the building I'm in right now. This investment is $10,000. Type $10,000 in the chat. $10,000. It's a $10,000 investment to be part of the inner circle. $10,000. Thank you, Kemi. Yeah, type 10,000. I just want you to see. It's a $10,000 investment. $10,000. Now, that's a really, really, really big number. And it's a really, type big, right? That's a big, 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 big number. Big, big number. Yeah, sorry, $9,997. Or 3 payments of $3,997. Huge. Thank you, Yvonne. Huge. Okay. So here's the thing. I think it's too much. Type too much in the chat. I think it's too much. It's too much for 52 minutes, for me to talk to you for 52 minutes and for you to say, I'm in. I'm going to spend $10,000, Brian, and I'm going to work with you as your coaching client. So I don't want you to join this right now. Okay? I don't want you to join the inner circle right now. Instead, let me put this link in the chat so you can check it out. Okay. Instead, I want to give you a taste test, a sample. Type sample in the chat. A little sample. I want to give you just a little sample. A sample. Doesn't a sample feel kind? Right? So I'm very clear about where I'd love to go. I would love you to be part of the inner circle. I would love it. I'm going to unshare my screen here and just look at your face. There you go. Or I can't see your face, but you can at least see mine, right? I would love to give you, here we go. I would love to give you a sample because I don't know if the inner circle is the best fit for you. I don't know. And you don't know if I'm the best coach for you. Do you get it? So I think we need to try before we buy. We need to do a little trial. Okay. So here's what I want to propose to you today. I want to propose a 2-week trial. Type 2-week trial in the chat. A 2-week trial. A 2-week trial. How's that sound? Right? A 2-week trial. Because here's the thing. If you give it a 2-week trial, you'll know after 2 weeks if it's a good fit. And I'll know after 2 weeks if you're serious or if you're a hobbyist. And so we both benefit, okay? So that's what I want to propose to you. We do a 2-week trial. We try each other on for 2 weeks. You try some of my coaching, and I get to see if you actually take it seriously and actually do the work. If you're not going to treat it like a hobby anymore. You're going to treat it like a real calling. And you're going to invest time, talent, and treasure into it. And I, as your coach, I get to look at it. I get to go, oh my goodness. When I give her advice, she actually does it. Worth it. I think she could be a good fit in the inner circle. Or, you know what? She quit after 3 days. Not a good fit. Does that sound like a good deal? Type deal if that sounds like a good deal in the chat. Just to try it for 2 weeks, right? It's like, I don't know, it's like going on a date or like going on a, you know, like when you're married and you have some friends that you've met and you're like, I think they could be good friends. You don't like immediately go on a trip together, right? You go on like a double date, right? You hang out and you go, is this a good fit? And sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't, right? And so as I was thinking about the inner circle, I was like, I actually think I want to like try before I invite. Yeah. Okay. So is it okay? Yeah, the inner circle is brand new. We've done something called a mastermind before, but the inner circle is like even more intimate, and it's more about the community. And I want to really filter and make sure that people are a right fit. Yeah, I love working with guys. I mostly work with women. I love working with Christian women. So is it okay if I take just a few minutes to give you the try before you buy details? Is that okay? Just type okay in the chat. Do you want to hear about it? I have a page to share with you. It has the details. I'm going to make it really, really valuable for you. Okay. Cause I want to like over deliver. And if it's a fit, that's awesome. If it's not fit, no problem. Okay. Awesome. Okay. I do have a little page I built this morning for it too. Okay. So it is hopebookspublishing.com/bootcamp. Bootcamp. I'm put it in the chat here. Let me load it up on my screen. Okay. I think that 2 weeks is enough time to see if you're serious. And 2 weeks is enough time for you to tell your people, I really want this to be my career and not just a hobby. Yeah. Okay. So clarify your message, your reader, and your book plan. Because I believe the mission is eventually to have a book. Even if you're publishing with us, some of you are publishing with us, this is a good add-on to help you get even more clarity. Okay. So it's a 14-day coaching group. 14-day coaching group. Type that in the chat. Because like, what is it, Brian? It's a 14-day coaching group. A 14-day coaching group. It's a 14-day coaching group. And in the coaching group, it's just 2 weeks. I will get to see if you're serious. And if you're serious, I'm going to give you a bonus. Okay? If you're serious, I'm going to give you a bonus. The bonus I'm going to give you, if you're serious, if you show up for those 14 days, I get little assignments every day. If you're serious, then I'm going to do a one-on-one call with you. I normally charge $397. Type $397 in the chat. Okay? $397. Of course there's a cost. There's a cost of time, there's a cost of talent, there's a cost of treasure. Of course there is. Okay, $397. So you finish every day for 14 days because you have 24 hours in a day. So if you take about 30 minutes, so like less than a 48th of your day, and you do your little assignment. If you do the little assignment for 14 days, starting on Wednesday, okay? And I know some of you are traveling to the conference, but you still have time to do it in the morning or in the evening, okay? 14 days, if you do the assignment for 14 days in a row, I'm gonna give you a bonus, and that's a one-on-one call with me about your career. Okay, now, what is this thing, Brian? Okay, what is included? I'm gonna go all the way down to what's included. Here's what you get. There's daily accountability. We have a private Facebook group for this 14-day challenge. And every day I put a little assignment in there. It goes live at 6 a.m. Those of you that were in the, oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Thank you. Like, thank you for that. Okay. There you go. Okay. Start over. Take 2. Clarify your message, your reader, and your book plan in just 14 days with coaching, accountability, and support. Okay. So here's what you get. Daily accountability. So every day in our Facebook group, we have a special Facebook group just for this challenge, just people that are serious, just people that are serious. Every day for 14 days, you get a little assignment. The assignment will probably take you 10, 15 minutes, okay? You also get to see the other people in the community. So other people that are doing the same thing. Then we've got group coaching calls that'll answer your questions. And then we have the completion bonus. Type bonus in the chat. I love giving a bonus, but you've got to earn the bonus. Okay, so here's how it works. I have taken my $997 course. It's called the Hope Story Method. The Hope Story Method is a 6-module online course that we have charged $1,000 for this course. It's 6 modules. 6 modules is too much to go through in 14 days. So what we're doing is we're going to go through just the first 3. I've broken it down into little daily assignments with accountability for 14 days. Do you get it? If you get it, type got it in the chat. So you get the whole course. It's a $997 course. So you get the course, okay? And you can go through it whenever you want. But what I'm doing is I've broken down the course to 1 video a day. And I tell you in the Facebook group, watch this 1 video today, and here's the 1 question for you today. The 1 question. So you watch the video, you see the little question, and then you answer the question in the group. And you'll see everybody else answer the question too, which is accountability, the ability to count, right? It's only 14 days. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you how to figure out your message, how to figure out your reader, and let me see, do I have it on here? No, I don't, so I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I don't wanna give it away, but I'm gonna give it away now. There's 3 steps I'm going to walk you through in this challenge, okay? Number 1 is we are going to lock in the XYZ. Type XYZ in the chat. We're going to lock it in. For those of you that have like, I'm not sure who my reader is, what my message is, we're going to lock in the XYZ. And then for those of you that like, I already know my XYZ, great. You know what? It's going to make it even more solid, okay? XYZ. Yeah, it changed it to cuz. XYZ. So that's the first thing we're going to do. That takes, I think that's the first 5 days, XYZ. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on your lead magnet. Your lead magnet is the freebie. Type freebie in the chat. What is the free thing I give to my people? The freebie, yeah. So we're going to work through that. I have worksheets for every single one of these days, freebie, okay? And then the third thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on what's called your Dream 100. These are the people that already serve your X and your XYZ that can offer your freebie. Now, I know that might sound advanced, and that's why you need a coach, okay? Those are the 3 things we're going to do in our 2-week sprint. In our 2-week sprint, I'm going to help you with your XYZ. I'm going to help you figure out your freebie. I'm going to help you with your Dream 100. Those are 3 of the 6 steps in the Hope Story Method. I feel like I'm getting a little confusing, so I want to clarify. Here's exactly what you get, okay? Here's exactly what you get. You get the $1,000 course, okay? Number 1 equals course. Number 2, 14 days of accountability. That's a $297 value. This is where you know exactly what to do. So like literally you go, okay, I've got 15 minutes, Brian. What do? You go into our Facebook group, you read the challenge and you answer the question every day for 14 days. How many days? Type it in the chat. How many days is it? Type it in the chat. Every single day for how many days? 14. Okay. 14 days. That's it. Not 51, not 5, just 14 days. Okay. Every day for 14 days. Then you get access to our community. So you see other people going through the challenge so you can support each other, right? Like it says in Ecclesiastes, like if you fall and nobody's there to help you, woe is you. But if you're walking and you fall and somebody's there to help you lift up, that's a blessing. So you'll have people to walk with you. Okay. Then we have two live group coaching calls to answer your questions. And then this is my favorite part right here. Okay. If you complete all 14 days, you get a one-on-one call with me, which is a $397 value. $397 value. Yeah. Okay. That's the whole thing. Let's do the math. You get the Hope Story Method course, which is $997, 14-day accountability, which is $297, 2 live calls, which is $394, and the completion bonus, total value of $2,085. Do you want to know the price? Type price in the chat. Do you want to know the price? Do you want to know the investment? Do you want to know the investment? Here it is. Boom. That's it. $397. $397. Put it on a credit card. $397. Okay. Here's where you go. hopebookspublishing.com/bootcamp. hopebookspublishing.com/bootcamp. This right here will tell me if it's a hobby or if you're ready to make it a career. That's it. It's basically like taking a class, right? If you're a doctor, if you're a teacher, if you're a lawyer, and there's a class, $397, that's what you do, right? I was a teacher and I would join a classroom management. What did we call it? Restorative practices. I took a class on project-based learning. I took classes on technology in the classroom. Those classes would be $500, $1,000, okay? $397 tells you I'm serious about this. It tells me that you want to be coached. And 14 days is plenty of time for us to see if we're a good fit. Because again, this is not the finish line. This is the start. This is the start. Because my hope is that you join the inner circle. But I don't think you're ready yet. Okay? A book plan. No, I don't believe in book proposals. Yeah. Book proposals are outdated. Book proposals are from a generation ago when a publisher was unaware of a writer's work. But now you're very clear on a writer's work because you can see what the writer does. And so we don't do book proposals. Instead, we have 3 steps that we do, which we included here, but it starts with the XYZ. And I believe that an XYZ is all you need in terms of the clarity about your book. When you know who your reader is, the problem, so the X is the person, the Y is the problem, the Z is the promise. When you're very clear on that, any publisher would go, I understand where you're going, and I feel like that aligns with what we do. And then we go a little deeper. We have something called the problem promise path, which is your transformational tale. I'm not trying to nerd out too much. That's all covered in the course. That's all covered in the Hope Story Method. So again, Hope Story Method is the $997 course. You get that included, okay? You get the accountability included. You get the support included and 2 group calls included. And if you graduate in 14 days, then we book a one-on-one call with me, which I include for free. So it's a total value of $2,085, and it's just $397. So here's what you do, okay? Go to the site that I have up here, hopebookspublishing.com/bootcamp. You click on here, boop. It will take you to the checkout, and you just fill it in, and you sign up. We're starting on Wednesday. Type Wednesday. When do we start? Type it in the chat. When do we start? We start on Wednesday. Yeah, we start on Wednesday. When do we start? Type it in the chat. Okay, we start on Wednesday. Now, this is who specifically I want to speak to. I want to speak to those of you that said 2026 is my year. Because guess what? 2026 is 1/12 of the way over. Do you know that January is almost done? January is almost done. If you said 2026 is the year that I'm going to really make progress in my writing, it's almost February, friends. You need a coach. You need a coach. So I want to be your coach. So here's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you Hope Story Method, which is videos and worksheets that walk you through exactly how to get clarity about your book, about your writing, about your career. It's my masterclass. Okay. $9.97. You get it for a discount. But we also are going to go step by step by step through the first 3 modules. So you have accountability. So you don't quit. You get it? So you don't quit. And if you do that, then I'll get to see, oh my goodness, Pat Pate, she logged in and she did her assignments. Even though she went to our conference, she still did the extra, right? That's it. It's just step by step by step. And if after 14 days, which is 2 Tuesdays from now, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that Tuesday, which I think is like February 9th, something like that, I will know and you will know if you did it, if you did it. So you'll have your XYZ, you'll have your lead magnet, and you'll have your Dream 100 in just 2 weeks. Yeah. Let me put the link in the chat. Thank y'all so much. Yeah. So that's what you'll have. Is that worth $397? Type in the chat, worth it. Is that worth $397? Is it worth $397 to have clarity? Is it worth saying yes and taking this seriously? Is it worth flushing that hobby mindset? Is it worth flushing that hobby mindset and saying, I really want to get started? So I'm calling it a boot camp. My wife goes to this gym and they didn't like sign her up for a full year. They gave her 2 weeks, a 2-week program, right? That's what I'm doing. It's not brand new, right? So I would love to work with you in the inner circle. Like right through this wall, we have like our living room set that our team meets. I would love you to come to Charlotte. Our town's called Matthews, which is near Charlotte. I would love you to come to Charlotte and hang out with the other members of the inner circle and talk about your writing. And I want to invest in you, but I don't know if you're ready yet. You see it? And you might not feel ready yet. So instead of offering you our $10,000 program, I said, you know what? Let me give you, was that $2,000 and it's only $400. So it's like, I can do the math real quick. 80% discount. Type 80% off in the chat. I'm gonna do that too. I'm giving you an 80% discount because I love discounts. 80% off. I'm giving you 80% off as a compromise. We're meeting mutually. You're investing $397. I'm giving you a huge discount on the coaching, on the accountability, on the course, etc. We're meeting kind of in the middle and we're saying, let's try together, right? An 80% discount. Brian, what if I already have the course? Okay, awesome. Have you gone through it? The accountability alone is worth the $397. Okay. Now, if you are part of our habit challenge, if you were part of our habit challenge, type habit in the comments. If you just finished the 26 days, I'm going to put something, I'm trying to think of the best way to send this to you privately. Okay. I have the coupon code for you. Okay. I'm going to put it in the Facebook group. That way I know that you're really in the habit challenge. Okay. So I'm going in the Facebook group, the habit challenge Facebook group. Okay. I'm going to say the coupon code is the word, and I'm putting my secret word in there. Okay. Here's the thing. If you finish the challenge, you get your $26 back. Okay. But I'm actually going to give you $100 off of this program instead. So you can get your $26 or you can get $100 off. It's up to you. Okay. So inside the Facebook group, I just put it there. So there's a secret word. Don't say the secret word, please, because there's some people here that were not part of that group. Awesome. Okay. I love it. Okay. So that is what I'm offering to you today. I would love to be your coach. I'm so excited. We have our Hope Story conference coming up on Thursday. Man, I spent all weekend finishing the videos, and we got the stage, and we're going to do the workshops. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And before that, I thought, you know what? I wanted to hop on here and do something special and offer a 2-week sprint, a 2-week boot camp, a 2-week boot camp to help you get clarity, to be your coach. Because ultimately, I would love to be your coach for a long time. I would love to be your coach to let you know that you can make a career of this. You literally can. I've helped really, really amazingly successful people that you would know if I just said their names. But I mean, I think you've seen my work for 11 years. So I would love to work with you. There's no live calls right now. We haven't scheduled those yet. So yes, even if you have a commitment on Wednesday, you just log into the Facebook group. I mean, this is the kind of thing you can do in your waiting room. You can do while you're in the car. Go start your car, sit in your car, and now you have a few minutes. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Hope is my coach. I love that idea. I want to be coached by somebody with a hopeful worldview. That's great. So yeah, find somebody who has those 3 things, who has the experience, who has the values alignment, and who has that mission alignment. And if that's you, and if I'm a good fit for you, then sign up. Sign up. Okay, what about the deadline? I want to answer any questions that you have. I know I went a little long today. The deadline is Wednesday. The deadline is Wednesday. You can't sign up on Thursday. Okay. You can't sign up on Thursday. Yeah, I get it, Kathleen. Yeah, that's great. You can't sign up on Thursday. What day is the last day to sign up? Type it in the chat. What's the last day to sign up? Type it in the chat. You have today, you have tomorrow, and we start on Wednesday. Okay, we start on Wednesday. You can sign up right now. So for those of you in the Habit Challenge, I put the secret word in the Facebook group. Grab that secret word. Let me share my screen one more time. I'm trying not to share the secret word here. Okay. You grab that secret word. You go to the link that I put in the group. Are y'all having fun? Take fun if you're having fun. Isn't this fun? Okay. So here's what you do. You go to this page, hopebookspublishing.com/bootcamp. There you go. Okay. You check out all the information here. $397 is a really low investment to say that you're serious. If you're looking at that and going, $397, oh my goodness, I'm not a fit for you, friend. I'm not a fit. But if you're looking at that going, okay, I get it. And that's some money. But if I invest $397 and I know Brian is going to hold me accountable for 2 weeks, that's worth it. That's worth it. So it's not for everybody, but it's probably for you. So then you go save my spot, click. Well, it's the wrong page, the wrong button. You go over here one more time. Okay, you got to go down here, this button. Yep, boom. Okay. And then you check out right here, and you're going to get a little welcome, and we start on Wednesday. Yes, even if you're traveling to the conference. This is like a little extra coaching to help you make progress. And you can see everything that we include here. Okay. You get the Hope Story Method course, which is $997. You get the 14 days of accountability inside our Facebook group. Brian, what if I don't use Facebook? Guess what, y'all? Writers use Facebook. Type that in the chat. Writers use Facebook. But I don't like Facebook. Yeah, I don't like Facebook either. You know what? But writers use Facebook. Let me show you something. Watch this. Look at this. Okay. Facebook works so well. Look at, I wrote something yesterday. I was on a walk with my dog in the ice. The ice is melting, by the way. It's looking beautiful outside. I see green grass right now. I wrote a little story about when I was a kid, and then how it impacted me as I'm older to encourage the writers that I want to serve. I wrote this post. Look at this. 130 people liked it. 19 comments. Writers use Facebook. So yes, use Facebook. Use Facebook. And so we have that Facebook group that is included, and the live Q&A calls. Okay, awesome. Here you go. Here's the link. Y'all sign up. Come join me. Come join me. Come join me. It's time. It's time for you to take action and to join, to get a little bit of coaching, a little bit of try before you buy, little sample. I hope you join me. Yeah. Awesome, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, click the link right now. I'm going to close this in just a minute. Click the link, and I can't wait to see you in our 14-day challenge. It's going to be so much fun.